Hello everyone, welcome to Socialized. We're reaching the end of a long road this week. Finally, we reached our last candidate for governor. We've gone through Craig Fitzhugh, Carl Dean, May Beavers, Bill Lee, Randy Boyd, Diane Black, and now we've come here, right to Beth Harwell. Beth Harwell is a woman that certainly enjoys making history. She's the first female Speaker of the Tennessee House of Representatives, a position she's held since 2010 while staving off numerous challenges to her leadership. Her career in politics is long, having started almost 30 years ago with her election to a state house district outside of Nashville. Now before that, she taught political science at Belmont and grabbed a PhD from Vanderbilt. It's an impressive resume, to say the least. Harwell's website is also infinitely more accomplished than Diane Black's, with some nice pictures, calming blues, and decent copy. But again, no positions tab. Are those just gone now? I mean, did we decide to turn campaign sites into glorified GoFundMes at some point in 2016? At least it scales well to mobile. Now, Harwell does emphasize some things, though, and they're surprising. She touts her advocacy for tougher sexual abuse laws and victims' rights, and she's backed that up in practice by defending the rights of the victims of former Representative Jeremy Durham on the House floor. When Durham went to potentially reveal the names of his victims during a disgusting screed in the middle of a debate over whether to remove him from office, Harwell stopped the proceedings. "Don't you do this to these women. Don't you dare," she said, right to the man's face. The House then passed a motion protecting the women's right to privacy. It reads powerfully, and I commend her for saying it. And in other good-sounding things, Harwell also touts her push for education reform and children's issues, while dropping welfare reform right in the middle, like a bad pickle and a great sandwich. Look, I'm being easy on Harwell, I think, but that's really because of surprise. Going into this, I figured Harwell would be another May Beavers, some ultra-conservative nutjob interested in preaching rather than politicking, while making it their life's goal to not do their job. But what I got was decidedly not that. What I got was a woman who, while very conservative, seems to have more experience managing crazies rather than being crazy herself. For example, she was at some point in favor of exploring a Medicaid expansion in a kind of weird roundabout way, but that plan exploded when Insure Tennessee exploded because Haslam couldn't get the crazies to come around to his side. Now, along similar lines, she also formed a task force to look into combating the opioid epidemic ripping through rural Tennessee. These are both good things, and they show an open mind that seems to at least acknowledge that government is capable of doing something well. It's unique for a Republican in Tennessee. We tend to enjoy designating sniper rifles as our state gun or trying to make the Bible the state book, not looking into whether Medicaid expansion is a good idea. All of this is to say that Harwell does not really fit either of the categories I laid out last week. She's too politically experienced to be a Haslam, and she's nowhere near crazy enough to be a Beaver. Harwell is instead her own woman, and perhaps the best qualified person in the Republican field to be governor. Will I vote for Harwell? No, I will not. Her tax policy is terrible, and she's too inherently conservative for my taste, even if she hides it behind her practicality. But I will say that if you are going to be voting as a Republican, and I can't convince you to pick Carl Dean in spite of that, you can do worse than Harwell. After all, you could vote for May Beavers. Thanks for watching.